Jonesy and Amanda.
Jam Nation.
He's a legend in the world of radio with a voice that has guided countless listeners through the golden eras of music.
Rocking around the nation, yeah, on your favorite station.
Welcome back. I'm Barry Bissell, and you're listening to Australia's 40 biggest hits on the nation's biggest countdown of the hits, Take 40 Australia. Still to come on this week's show, this week's fastest rising hit. We'll visit the earliest performances by John Farnham and the Shantuzis, and we'll meet some of rock's most outrageous personalities. But first, dropping 7 places this week, the Eurythmics.
And can you believe it? Take 40 Australia is now 40 years of age. Barry Bissell doesn't look a day over 39. How are you, mate?
I'm sure you're well over 39, mate. This is a bit of a reality check. Seeing that I was 37 when we started it, so gives you an idea of how old I am now.
You know, when I first started in radio, I was at 6KA Karratha on a Sunday night. I'd play Take 40 Australia, and this is back when I used to smoke. I'd stand outside the studio having a smoke, and I locked myself out of the studio. So Take 40 was running, so I'm going, oh, okay, so I'm watching it run, but I hadn't put the spool lock on the tape, so the tape actually fell off, so it was on the desk, just spooling away, and I had to run next door to the pub to get the keys to the radio station to come back, and no one noticed. Like the tape was just spooling away around it was gathering from the floor into the reel-to-reel machine.
That's made you the professional you are today.
You still made it through on air, Baz.
Well, I did the same thing at 3SH in Swan Hill way back when I first started, only it was back to the Bible, and it didn't. When it fell off the spool, it just took off at rapid speed. So it was very quick, religious episode.
And it was always the program directors, the bosses. They'd always say, "Make sure you put a spool lock on that spool," and you go, "Yeah, mate, whatever."
Yeah.
It's not going to fall off.
Hey, Barry, I remember listening to you, and you had this special gift of taking the listeners on a journey with the stories behind the hits. Now, there was no internet and no social media back in the day. Where did you get all your goss? Where did you get all your info?
Well, we had a wonderful writer, Ed Nimmervold, who was famous for starting Go Set and magazine, or writing for Go Set, and started another one, Duke magazine. He's no longer with us, but he's one of those guys who had just everything in his head about music.
Amazing. Can you remember all the stuff now? Like if I threw you a trivia question about, I don't know, Billy Idol's first hit, what could you tell me?
No idea.
Oh, great. I love it.
Nice day for a white wedding, maybe.
I think it was a white. Might have been white wedding. I think that was his one of his first ones. But
pre NRL.
And now we've got at 1 o'clock today the top 10 from the first ever countdown. So what are we talking about? This is 1984.
Yes, this week in 1984.
This week in 1984.
Were there a lot of Australian songs in the top 10? Were there more Australian songs in the top 40 back then?
No, not so many. The Eurogliders.
Mm-hmm.
Who else? In Excess.
Yep.
Oh, yeah?
Were there. Yeah. Very early In Excess. So I think that's about all, to be honest.
Yeah. Well, In Excess, around that time, 1984, it was before Kick, but they were well on their way. It was a very exciting time. Eurythmics.
Shaboo Shabaa.
Shaboo Shabaa, that was a bit before that.
I'm
not being a big radio nerd here.
No, you be a nerd. That's your job.
Eurythmics.
No,
I'll be the pretty one.
It was the one before Kick.
The
album before Swing, yeah. Which was a great album.
And like really, like Take 40 Australia for me is, if you're a radio nerd, it was one of the greatest radio shows in the world, and it just lasted for so long. It was such a great show.
Yeah, it was great fun to do. I mean, I learned a lot by getting into Ed's mind with his writing, but also I got to meet so many amazing people.
Drop some names for us.
Oh, they're thick and fast. A lot of movie stars as well as musical artists.
Yeah.
But Michael Jackson, unfortunately didn't get interview him because Molly had the exclusive for Countdown, but spent some time with him. And it was a nice little bloke.
Right.
Nice little bloke.
Nice. Imagine meeting Michael Jackson. Well, Baz, you can hear today at 1 o'clock the top 10 from the first ever countdown. Take 40 Australia, thanks to Coca-Cola.
Take 40 Australia. Thanks to Coca-Cola.
And I'll make sure
Gotcha.
I'll put the spool lock on so the tape doesn't fall on the ground.
Please do. All right, guys.
Good on
Thanks
you,
for
Barry.
chatting to me.
Thank you, mate. Look after yourself. We'll have that for you at 1 o'clock today. Barry Bissell there.